Get those memories right, baby. We at this Go Talks. Your man DJ Enuff. This is my man Styles P.
What's up,
Welcome,
baby?
my brother. It's always great to see you.
Always, brother.
Glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
I want to get right to it. All right. We still, in my mind, I'm still celebrating 50 years of hip hop.
Facts.
I want to know your earliest memory of hip hop, and if you know where you was at.
I want to say either my crib or traveling, but my earliest memory of hip hop, I want to say, is The Message.
Okay.
Hearing The Message and it resonating how that was the first time I felt like I heard art that I see in my real life.
I got you.
Like verbally, somebody painted a picture of what
you was going through,
what I was seeing and what I was going through.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would say the Message for sure.
Yeah, me too. I mean, back when this stuff was happening, I wasn't old enough to go outside. So I was definitely not outside. I was definitely inside. I know I was thirsty as a hip hop fan. I wanted to see it in all shapes and all forms.
Yeah.
I was dying for it to anything on TV, like a commercial. It could be a cereal commercial.
Yeah.
If I saw somebody with a spray can or graffiti
Facts.
dancing or something, I was like,
Crazy.
it blew my mind.
Crazy, because I remember I lived in Yonkers, but my mom worked in Manhattan.
Right.
So I was used to getting on trains and buses and traveling through the
Right.
Bronx,
course.
Harlem, Manhattan.
Yes.
So it was like a vivid picture of what was going on in life for me. So when I heard that song, it was like, that's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? I was too young to really understand
Understand it,
but
right.
it was just more of a like, it hit you.
Yeah.
It's something I felt.
And what was the pivotal moment that said, you know what? Because of this, I want to become Styles P and rap.
Beat Street.
The movie?
Beat Street. Not even rap. I just knew I wanted
loved
to
it.
be
A part of it.
Yeah, I just know that was my lifestyle. That was the lifestyle that I wanted to live. Like watching Lee on B Street, hang with the older dudes,
Right.
go to the parties.
Right.
It just resonated with me, and that was something I knew that I wanted to do for sure.
I want to see if this pertains to you. Do you have maybe your first rap name that you don't have anymore?
Davey D.
That was your name? Mm-hmm. Davey D? I love it. I love
Davey
it.
D.
You know what my name was? My name was E-Wop.
E-Wop. That's a good one.
Like you see doo-wop?
Yeah.
Because WAP was a thing.
Yeah.
So it was the E and the WAP, E-WAP. But then they used to make fun of me because of the Ewoks from
Ewoks,
Star Wars.
yeah.
They'd be like, yo, Ewok. I ain't no Ewok, yo, it's Ewok. I was like, damn. And then I got my name through my Jamaican brother. His name was Ricky Barnett. And back then, everything was Nuff respect.
Yeah.
Nuff this, Nuff that. So I added the E.
That's
Enough.
dope. That's dope.
And that's why, so then
That's
I thought
dope.
if I ever became famous, I could be like, enough burgers, enough clothing, enough restaurant,
smart, though.
enough whatever. That's what I was thinking.
Marketing.
That's it, early.
Branding, early.
Early. Let me ask you a question. So I was just telling the DJs here, behind the scenes, right? When I was with Angie Martinez, the one thing I respected about her and our daytime shift was that if I ever fell out of pocket, she'd be willing to tell me, like, you can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
She'll check me.
Yeah.
And I feel sometimes there's not enough checking going around.
No, not at all.
Do you guys, as the L.O.X. or as D-Block, do you guys check each other?
Definitely. We're brothers.
All right.
So that's
So-
kind of natural.
Example, let's say you go in the booth, you spit your verse, and maybe it's not that great. It's kids
Definitely.
like, yo, my man, that's not fire. You got to do that over.
Definitely.
So is it
Kiss
sheep-
and
is it
loose.
sheep-
Definitely.
for real?
Definitely.
It happens a lot or just once in a while?
I mean, when it happens, it happens. When it happens, it happens. It's always like your brothers and your people and your family should always see
Right.
you want to do your best. And people who have seen you at your best know when you're not at your best.
Right.
So it's more like, sometimes you can have more oomph, more energy,
Right.
more swag or pizzazz to
Right.
it. So that's what we always do for each other. So it's always
I love that.
you don't even at a point you don't look at it as criticism. You look at it as somebody's trying to make you better,
That's exactly. I love that.
and you kind of just take it in. But yeah, all whenever it happens, I could expect one of them to go do it again. I'll do it again. Get a get a little more fiery.
Love that.
Get a little more, passionate
That's
about
what's
it.
up.
Go a little harder, ease up a little. Like whatever it is that we you don't want to be around somebody who's gonna watch you do something, think that, and then not tell you.
Yeah, that's whack.
That's whack.
Yeah, that's whack. No yes men, please.
Yeah, no, yes,
We good with that.
not at all.
Does Styles P still consider himself a gangster and a gentleman?
I think that'll stick with me to the day I'm in the dirt.
Really?
And go up, yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I'm a gangster for the right things,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a gentleman.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My version of gangster has switched.
That switch.
But I never thought a gangster was just a street person though.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Explain that.
the mom working a double shift,
That's
gangster. The guy who lives in the hood, who persevered, never sold a drug, never did anything, gangster. A man who stands on their principles, their core values, doesn't switch for anybody, gangster. Most of the time, political people are gangsters.
That's what's up.
Like, you know what I mean? So
All right.
gangster is it could vary.
Well, the gangsters are here, y'all.
Yes, we are.
We are here. We here.
Yes, we
This
are.
is Go Talk. Growing up in New York, were you a basketball fan, football fan,
Basketball.
baseball fan?
Basketball and boxing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who were some of the guys you were fans of growing up?
Definitely Tyson, Holyfield, Lewis, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray,
Ooh.
Sweet Pea, just a sport in general. And basketball, definitely a Knicks fan.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big fan of Charles Barkley back then, Patrick Ewing, just the league in itself, to be honest with you.
What about today?
I watch it, but not as much as I used to.
Same thing. I think it broke my heart a few times. It
Yeah,
hurts.
it just gets
It's a painful.
it's painful
It's a
being a
painful
Knicks
love
fan.
being a New York fan. Period.
Yeah, it gets
We love y'all, but it hurts.
yeah, it hurts. You get your feelings hurt a lot.
You do get your feelings hurt a lot. Styles P, I was doing a little homework on you before you came up, and it said you announced that you were retiring your solo.
As a soloist, yeah,
Yeah?
this will be my
So
last
no more?
probably solo
Done.
album. Yeah, just as a soloist. I'm gonna still do L.O.X music.
Okay.
I still have collaborative
Efforts, right?
projects and efforts I'm gonna do,
Okay,
but
good.
as a soloist, my next album will be my last.
Why?
I got too many other things I want to do.
You're so dope. Why?
I got so much. Well, from Juices for Life, Pharmacy for Life, I'm definitely more. My
You're in tune with that.
my mental is in tune with trying to change our communities.
I love that.
Just open up Farmer Care is our nonprofit. Just shot a documentary on Yonkers. Got to finish shooting
That's
it,
dope.
so I'm looking to shoot film. I wrote one fiction novel. I'm looking to write another one.
That's
So,
dope.
I want to do. I
Different things.
want to do different things.
I love that.
And being I preach health so much, I have to take that into consideration for myself too. So, where your mental place is sometimes for me, when I pre-COVID, I've never really relaxed as an MC. Always working. COVID taught me kind of to ease off, take a break, respect my time. And then I was like, you know what? There's so many other things that I want to do that when you're in tune, especially as an MC, you get super focused on knocking that work out. But I don't want to be just locked into doing that.
I like what you're doing.
I want to do
I think
other
it's
things.
great, bro.
Yeah, I want to do a lot of.
You
other
just gave me
things.
some advice off the mic. I'll tell you, I'm diabetic. I've been going through it for a minute, and I was asking him like maybe like what his suggestion is in reference to what I could probably do as opposed to, what I'm doing now, and I like that.
Yeah.
The fact that I could get that information from you is dope.
Yeah, I mean that's what we've been in the game a long time.
I might call you Dr. Styles P after a while.
I just play my part in bringing health to my folk and my community. I think, especially hip hop is so fast, a lot of us don't have the time or take the time to say, all right, this is what's going to work for me.
Right.
This is what's going to make me a better person. Too busy chasing a bag and chasing a dream. Sometimes you got to fall back and say, I deserve more.
Right.
You know what I mean? And do what you deserve.
And where you get your knowledge from? Who you build with to get this information so that you can spread it to the community?
All like-minded people. All people who are not like-minded. My biggest educator has been life itself. Just life, just how it pans out, the things we go through, watching what happens to our people, being able to say, you know, hip-hop has provided me to be able to live in a more affluent neighborhood. So living in more affluent neighborhoods, you start comparing it to where you're from and what's going on in the neighborhoods you go through. So it was more so like just noticing and paying attention to what was happening in the places where I'm originally from, and that just made me want to pick up more information as far as health. So
That's dope.
it's always a journey. Always a journey.
There's some
Can
things.
learn something new every day.
Yeah, there's some things that I know that are probably really hard for people to fix.
Yeah.
But what is the easy fix for us that shouldn't be that hard?
Your brain first.
Okay.
Your brain. Like, we make things hard because we say it's going to be hard.
Right.
You have to practice saying, all right, it's going to be difficult right now, but I'm going to get over it. Like, if you go into let's say a diet, for instance. If you're going to say, if you tell yourself, I'm going to have a hard time with this diet, you already put the energy on yourself of having a hard time.
Right.
Instead of going, forget a diet, I'm going to practice changing my lifestyle.
Got you.
Step by step.
Yeah.
Makes it easier.
Yeah. And you can achieve smaller goals at a time, which in the long run will get to the big goal.
Yeah, baby steps.
Yeah.
Sometimes we want to run the whole race
Yeah.
instead of taking the baby steps.
That's it. I love that.
Baby
Now,
steps
explain,
always.
You know what? I heard you say it. I know we did a thing with Brick earlier this year in Brooklyn, and I want to say shout out for that. That was a dope thing.
No
you
doubt,
did.
yes it was.
Explain the farmer thing you're doing.
Well, farmer.
It's a spin on Juice for Life, right?
Yeah, Pharmacy for Life. We sell black seed oil of oregano, sea moss, soursop,
Okay.
elderberry, and zinc. A variety of different mushrooms that work for your brain.
Got it.
A variety of different roots that work for your gut. So basically, we practice preventative measures and try to show people, especially people of color, don't go to the doctor enough, or don't have enough health insurance, or don't have enough faith in the doctor. So being that's the case, what's the best thing to do is practice preventative measures.
Yeah. Are we calling these alternative, or we not?
I don't label everything.
I know,
man.
but I'm just trying
I
to
call
see
them
what
herbs and minerals as what they are.
All right, good.
I call it preventative measures and things that you should take that would just make your life better
That's
in
dope.
general.
That's dope. See, those are good things to know.
Yeah.
Those are good
Yeah.
things to know.
People say, I think the doctor's medicine is the alternative medicine,
Got it.
if you would ask me.
That's true.
I feel like you should eat to live, not live to eat.
I know we discussed
And
that.
I feel like if you're eating the right things, putting the right things in your body, let food be thy medicine, let medicine be thy food.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
I love what you're doing. I want to be a partner.
you are.
I want to be a bigger part of it, because I noticed like me and my man Joe, who's behind the mic and then behind the camera, we were talking about his mom. She's pre-diabetic, and he's trying to teach her how to do the right thing, but she's not listening. And I know that that's the start of that's the beginning of the end, when they don't listen and then they're like,
Yeah.
you know, there's gotta
What you
be
have to do
there's
is
gotta be a way.
implement showing by example.
Right.
And I take it like this. I tell everybody like this. Anything, not just in general, anything that's healthy and more positive, you have to be willing to put more of a fight up. People gravitate to negativity and things that they shouldn't, more so than positivity and things they should. So you have to understand, you have to lead by example. Joe got to go home one day and say, "Man, nah, we ain't eating that tonight.
Right.
I'm cooking. Here's what we're doing, or we're cooking together.
Or try
Here's
this.
what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
I like that.
And just implement balance,
I like
because
that.
one, Mondukes might be scared because it's triggering her train of thought, which has always been a certain way for a very long time. So now you can't just expect to tell somebody something and change their thought process. So you have to kind of slowly do it and do it by leading by example and with positive reinforcement and sort of giving information and education at the same
That's
time.
facts.
Like we haven't been educated on the things we put in
That's
our
facts.
body enough to understand what's going on. We have to show her people who look like her, who had the same way of eating, same train of thought, that switched it around and showed the benefits that they reaped from switching it around.
There it is.
And that kind of plays its part. It makes things a little bit easier.
Yeah. I'm here. I suffer. I go through it too. There's pains and there's days I wake up and I'm feeling great, and there's days I wake up and I feel like I'm dying.
Yeah.
And there's days I got it together and I make the right choices, and there's days I make terrible choices. But you know, we hope that I can make more positive choices than the terrible choices.
Now, hope
That's what it is.
you're gonna make them.
All right, good.
Because if you say
There
I
go.
hope,
Then
you're
we
gonna
still-
leave a little
yeah.
room for failure
I got
there.
you. I got you.
So we take out the hope and say, this is life. It's ups and downs.
See the
but
spiritual I'm getting?
I'ma move.
See the jewels and the dimes I'm getting?
I'm gonna move forward with great intent for myself.
That's what's up.
Because if you leave with hope and try are kind of
Yeah.
iffy words.
Iffy words. They're not solid.
They're not really solid. Like, so it's more like, all
I'm
right,
gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
It's gonna
Like, you know what
happen.
I mean? It's gonna happen. Like,
We gonna
it's-
make it.
We're gonna make it. Facts. Facts.
That's it.
You leave a little room for yourself for positivity, and then you're talking to every part of your body and reinforcing it with something positive.
Right. Now it scares me at times. You know why? Like I see some of my brothers and sisters who we lost
Yeah.
to diabetes, with like the Fife Dogs and
Yeah.
the Bismarckies, and rest in peace to Johnny Allen from Kiss FM Radio back in the day. We just lost a couple days ago. You know, like those things are like wake up calls. Like, yo,
Yeah.
they're gone.
Yeah.
You know, so whether it's an amputated toe,
Yeah.
then the foot, then the leg, and then it's like they're gone.
Yeah. We have to, as I say, we have to practice just doing better for ourselves.
Right.
We have to practice one day at a time, doing better and working on balance. Like when you work on balance,
Right.
I tell people work on balance while taking in the information.
Right.
So it's like if I had a bad Monday, you know, Tuesday, drink your water, flush out, stretch, sleep, do whatever, but also taking the information that you feel will help you push forward. Like the information is there, but
So
then there's
Tuesday
also
could
with
be better.
surrounding yourself with, and maybe sometimes it's hard to surround yourself with people who are going to eat the way you're going to eat or do what you do. If you can't do that, then at least surround yourself with the information from people who do that.
Gotcha.
So now when you're following something, follow on somewhere in your timeline should be somebody that's fighting diabetes or giving information against
Facts.
fighting diabetes. Then you see who they're following, then you follow that too.
Right.
Like even for myself, it has nothing to do with physical health, but one day a few months ago I had to look at my timeline and go, damn, I really don't like this timeline. So I had to make sure I go follow more positive things to go, all right, yeah, I need to balance that out with what my brain's taking in, because I'm just looking at all of this shit every day and it's not affecting me in a positive way, my mind state. So then I said, let me go follow more people. So now the algorithm sees what type of people I'm following and the things I want to follow and give me more suggestions of that than the other shit.
When people go into your juices for life, what's the number one thing they're in search of? I'm sure there has to be variables.
Information.
Oh yeah.
I feel most people who do anything for health, or when you're making your first step, you're really in search of information on how to do better. And I feel people come in and want to find a way because we don't talk about it on a daily basis, but think about how many people, especially people of color, have at least one or two people in their immediate household who don't feel well, who have some kind of issue. So that's sitting in the back of your mind. So
Right.
people want to do better. They just, it hasn't been, over the past few years it's changed, but before it wasn't super cool to be a granola person, a
I
healthy
get you.
person,
I
a
know.
tree hugger. So a person they want to be affiliated with.
He said
Like,
tree hugger.
yeah. People often think health is like for white people
Mm-hmm.
or Caribbean black people or Caribbean,
The one that put
Latin people. Like,
the chew sticks and all that
yeah,
stuff from
like
back in the day.
health is for everybody. You could be a very materialistic, shallow person. You still deserve to have health.
That's facts.
Like, you know what I mean? You could
You ever
be
thought
anyway.
about writing a rap with all this information?
Yeah,
Like all the shit you just finished putting.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think I'm gonna eventually go out. I always kind of sneak it in my bars now
Alright.
over the past few years about health, but I'm thinking one day to really take
Take your
a
time, bro.
initiative to give out information on music.
You know why? Because look what we're up against. You go to the hood. There's a gazillion McDonald's, Chinese restaurants. Not to say that all Chinese restaurants are bad, but like the choices. I'm saying
Fast food.
as opposed to
Yeah, it's a bunch of fast food and liquor
Right.
stores
Liquor
and
stores, yeah.
unhealthy choices instead of a bunch of healthy choices.
right.
That's a big part of why I do what I do, because think about it. When you think about from when we came up as kids, where we lived, to being able to make some money, move in a better neighborhood. You don't go in your neighborhood now and see a liquor store in every corner where you live, right?
Right.
It's
No,
just
not too many.
it's not there.
No.
It's one nice classy one somewhere, and
Yeah.
then
there's a big one.
but in the hood, every block,
Every other block, yeah.
you know what I mean. So when you think about what we're up against, then you figure out what we have to put here for people to start having the information to start go, all right, let's do this way instead of that way. Like, you know what I mean? It's all about the mind state at the end of the day.
Where was the mindset in the very beginning when you guys first started doing this? How did it turn over? How did it happen?
Well, from Gangsta and Gentleman, my first solo album,
Right.
I ended up being in the county pen for 11 months for that. When I went in, I was 240 pounds.
Right.
And I
What
was
were you
like,
being a bigger guy?
yeah, I was like, I got to change that up. And then changing people play. I said I was too smart to keep getting in trouble. And then I had to figure out why I was getting in trouble. Then I had to figure out that had to have been some sort of chemical imbalance going on with myself.
Gotcha.
So once I was able to figure that out and strategically move around in certain places, then I noticed the difference in neighborhoods of a wealthy neighborhood and a poor neighborhood, and just in the food, what they eat alone. And then so it kind of all played out at once between
Got it.
wanting to take care of myself and then wanting the same for people in my community. Because in the hood, you think about it, especially with me being an actual artist, the most influential job probably in the world is hip hop. I don't know why, but it just really is the most influential. So I started understanding that youth had unrealistic goals because they were listening to, people like myself and thinking, all right, I'm gonna just run out and get a Beamer. It's like, bro, you gotta have your mindset and your body right and just how you feeling right before you start hustling for Beamers, Benzes, and Bentleys. And the average dude can't afford a Civic, doesn't have the right know-how to go out and get the bag the right way. So his chasing the bag is gonna most likely include doing something stupid. When if you feel good about yourself, you doing good for yourself, more good thoughts come about, more connections of good people come about, more good just comes about in general to where you may not have to do anything bad. So we just try to inform people of that.
That's facts.
And just say, all right, take care of yourself first, and you're the jewel. Most people forget that you're the actual jewel, so you go out chasing everything else. When the most important thing is, if I said to you right now, yo, bro, I'll give you 20 billion right now, but you gotta die tomorrow, you're gonna say, fuck your 20 billion, right? Because that shows your life is more important than the 20 billion.
100.
We get up every day, we go do multiple jobs to make multiple earnings. And what is that for? To take care of your family and take care of your loved ones. Why? Because that's already the treasure chest. you already got the treasure chest.
That's right.
You just seem to forget about it from what society teaches you, and now you're on the run every day, and forgetting you already got the treasure at home. That you're the treasure, your significant others the treasure, your children are the treasure, your loved ones are the treasure. Those are the treasures. You know?
Could be chasing the wrong dream.
Chasing the wrong dream sometimes.
Could be.
Yeah.
This is facts. How we doing with the L.O.X, man? Give me some talk about the L.O.X. What's next for y'all?
We got a big concert December 16th. Yeah, we're at the Westchester County Center. We're doing the L.O.X and Friends. That's going to be beautiful. We're in the studio doing some work. We just got off the road last week doing a few show dates. So we're off and on the road and just handling business. We got also an incredible L.O.X documentary coming out.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. And just staying busy. Just staying busy and working and staying on point.
I love it. Yo, who's your favorite rapper?
Big.
Who's your favorite female rapper?
That's a hard one.
I like that.
Kim, Lauryn Hill, Rhapsody as of today.
Rhapsody's dope.
Definitely
Rhapsody.
Eve. But I would say Kim, Lauren, Eve, and Rhapsody.
That's dope.
Yeah. Remy too. Can't forget that. Remy's
She's a beast.
Remy's a beast.
I think her attitude sells everything.
Yeah.
I love it. Look who's behind you. Look, Lauryn Hill. See?
Yup. L.O.X.
That's crazy. Styles P, it's a pleasure for you to be here with me, my brother.
Pleasure's all mine.
You know, you my guy.
Love you.
Thanks
you
for
know
the
that.
knowledge. Thanks for the wisdom.
You know
And
that.
thanks for the shit you're doing for our community.
Thank you. I
More
appreciate that.
importantly. You know, I'm going to take that advice and I'll probably see you at one of your stores.
Come
and
on
I got to
through.
go to one of the farmer joints too. Because we're going to get Joe and his mama right too. Right, Joe?
Facts.
All right, family. We're going to do it because we going to make it.
Yup. That's a fact. Thanks for having me,
Thank you.
brother.
No, thank
Appreciate
you.
you.
Love.
All right.